Hello, my name is Haley Parks, and today I'm going to be discussing the impacts that using personal devices in the classroom can have on students' education. There are many positives and a few negatives to using personal devices in the classroom, but if I were given the choice, I would definitely elect to allow my students to use their personal devices and find ways to incorporate them into our lessons. In an article that talks about the benefits of using personal devices, Lynch mentions two studies that separately followed 5th and 8th graders who used tablets for learning in class and at home found that learning experiences improved across the board. 35% of the 8th graders said that they were more interested in their teachers' lessons or activities when they used their tablet, and the students exceeded teachers' academic expectations when using the devices. Lynch, 2015. It is my belief that allowing students to use their personal devices in the classroom gives them access to different learning avenues that they might not always have access to. So students can thrive whether they are an auditory, visual, or even kinesthetic learner in some ways. Using personal devices in the classroom also encourages students to interact with one another by sharing articles, videos, photographs, and even playing games through apps on their smartphones and tablets with fellow students. And allowing students to use their personal devices in the classroom gives them access to so many great new and innovative apps. Some of these apps are EasyBib, an app that lets students create citations for essays and projects, and that's huge for high school and college students. BrainPop, which is a platform that houses hundreds of educational videos and quizzes for virtually any subject. And then there's Quizlet, a study app that allows students to create flashcards and then make study games and tests from those flashcards, and the students can study those flashcards anywhere at any time. There's also Duolingo, an amazing app that gives students access to learn 23 different languages through games and practice activities. And my personal favorite app is Kahoot, which is a study app that allows teachers to create quiz games and then project them onto the smartboard and allow students to interact by typing in an access code into their phone and answering the questions just like they're on a game show. And I actually have a video here that shows you some students and adults across the world interacting and playing Kahoot.
Ja, men det er bare 2 spørsmål, vi har 6 igjen. Er det klart for neste spørsmål, folkens? Det kommer her.
Many people are worried that allowing students to use their smartphones and tablets in the classroom might be distracting. Well, there was actually a great app that was recently created called the Classroom app. And the Classroom app gives teachers access to all of their students' personal devices so they can view what apps and tabs are open, and they can even close the tabs and browsers when the educational content isn't there. So if they see a student watching a YouTube video, they can cancel that video out, or they see them chatting with somebody about something that doesn't have anything to do with school, they can completely eliminate it and get them back on track, which really helps them focus. I've created an example of a Quizlet that students could create if they were my future students in my English class, so I'll share that with you now. Quizlet is a great example of one of the apps that students can use while using their personal device in the classroom. This Quizlet is an example of one of the flashcard sets that one of my future students could use if they were taking a test in their English 1 class on literary devices. On the app, students can quiz themselves, just like with normal flashcards, or they can take a test that's created by the app or play a matching game, which is really cool. I'll show you an example of that. So we'll just match. That was wrong, but it's okay, you get the picture. And Quizlet's great because it keeps students engaged while also letting them have fun, and it's a great way for teachers to allow students to use their personal devices in the classroom while ensuring that they're actually working on content appropriate for the class. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope that I was able to help you see some of the benefits of using a personal device in the classroom for educational purposes.